Hello everybody, this is episode 6 of Rennes Bay in City Skylines. Thank you for joining me. We will begin up here. We're going to make an entirely new area and also put a jail up the hill over here. We can start here by running a road straight up the hill. And for today's episode, I wanted to do a few more things, but it ran quite a long time. So that'll be in episode 7. Here we are. We make a nice gentle curve onto a flat piece of road. And then we can add the jail to it. So this jail has embedded itself quite far into the hill. So we'll just fix up the landscaping around it a bit. And also remove the trees and give it some power. Now I like to customize the jail just a little bit. And the first thing to customize it is a fence around the perimeter. Okay, now that the perimeter is done, I went ahead and put some dirt down in no man's land, and now I'm going to put some sport arena floodlights all around the jail because I don't think they're allowed to sleep at night. Now that this is done, we can start on the new area. So I decided to fast forward a little bit through this part. It took quite a while to lay all the roads. While we're going through this, I just want to thank you for watching all the series so far. I'm having a lot of fun building Rennes Bay and making these videos for it. I hope you enjoy them too, and if you like to see anything or if you want to ask any questions, you could always leave a comment. I skipped ahead here and I'll just show you the completed road layout. I went all the way up to the north, and I also added a road for some warehouses that will be coming in the future. But for now, I want to start a commercial district. Now this district is going to have assets from the Africa in Miniature DLC to match the commercial area just over the train lines. And because I'm not going to put any metro here, I'm going to put a small bus terminal, and it'll connect straight to the closest metro station. I'll leave the commercial area for now and start placing all of our services for this area. So I would have liked to not put a police station and fire and all these different services here. It's meant to be sort of off the main city, but the game just won't let me do that, unfortunately. So I'm making a little campus area down here. I made a services campus just to the north of it. And of course, everyone would like to have a soccer field. So while all this is happening, we can talk a little bit about Rennes Bay itself. At the moment, it's just a little bit under 20,000 in population. There are no backups on the road. A lot of people like using the metro and the train and the buses. And I have a fair bit of industry spread out over the entire map, well, as much as I have so far, to keep bottlenecks down to a minimum. The map I'm building on is Costa Azzurra, and I've built on this map before. Rennes Bay is actually a remake of an old save game I had. Most of it is the same, except for a few small parts, and this part called Emerson Heights, we're going to have to change that name, but Emerson Heights has been changed quite drastically. It never had a connection over the train tracks in my previous save, and it had a large 4U road going straight through the middle of it, restricting what I could do in the area. So I'm pretty happy to be using just a 2U road and a 1U road in most of my build now. Again, with this map, it comes with many different ways to get into the starting square. It has a main 4U road that follows the beach all the way down, and it has a roundabout at the northern side, and the roundabouts are all set up from the maker of the map with TMPE. So you just start the game and everything should work pretty well. Now I did a mistake here that we will fix later. I'll set up the bus line that connects to the closest metro. Now the reason I'm not doing a metro there is because I want it to stay a small little community. I mean, by the end of this, there's going to be almost 3,000 people living here, but I want to try and keep that feeling of a small community on the outskirts of the city. So just a few buses that shuttle people to and from this area is fine. Now I was going to continue laying the bus lines around this area, but I forgot to record it, so you'll see them in the next episode. After I place these few more buildings, I'm just going to zone in a whole lot of residential. So just sit back, relax and enjoy. Now over here is where I want to fix it. I wanted to sprinkle in a little bit of high density here and there through the area. And this square rectangle is going to be one of them. It's not going to be high rise, just 3 or 4 levels. You don't want it to be too high over all the other houses in the area. Now this one, I didn't just want to fill up the entire block with buildings. So I put a little small park area through the middle. Nothing too crazy here, just a nice little complex for all those residences to walk around. So the next one will be up here. And I'll do the same thing again, D-zone and bulldoze these guys. And I want to use these natural brick wall, small high density models. They look quite nice when you place them together like this. And on a small hill, they look even better. And just like the other one, I'm going to put a small area inside for the residents to enjoy. There would no doubt be high density residential near the schools. So we'll just put a few of these small ones here. And it was right here I thought, why not put some more? Now that most of the houses have been built, I started to do some landscaping. So here I noticed a lot of residences walking over the bridge to get to Vermilion Estates. So this walking track is very needed for this area. People are using it already. In this shopping area, I painted the floor with cement, and I'm just putting some sitting areas and some trees to make it look a little bit more polished and finished. I think that will do for now. Let's get some landscaping done. I know I said before that I would do all the other bus lines later in the next episode, but it seems like I'm doing them now, so over here will be mostly the same low density residential, and I will put some high density as well. I skipped forward a bit. I've already zoned all the residential that I want in this area. To fill in this empty space over here, I decided to put some commercial buildings. Since we have a large commercial need, I'll put some more commercial up the other end of this area. After painting the ground with concrete, I made a little area just in front of the high density residential so they can walk along. Since I had a large commercial demand, I thought I would use this area to try and reduce that demand a little bit, but I'm not sure if I'll keep it or not. If you think I should keep it, let me know down below. Now we have some industrial demand, so I can fill out this single road just with warehouses. And with that, we've hit 20,000 Sims in the city, capital city. We can continue plopping some more industrial warehouses, and then after that we can landscape the area. After all that, it looks pretty good. At this point, I started running out of power. I'll put in another geothermal plant and send a small power line up to the new industrial area. That's it for this episode, but before you click away, I have a preview of the next episode coming up. Thank you very much for watching, and if you haven't seen the other videos, I encourage you to watch to see the build. This is the first video of Rennes Bay that I have voiceover. All the others have subtitles. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you on the next one.